The grade point average, also commonly known as GPA, is one of the many factors in selection for employment. However, as wrongly perceived, it is not the only factor while considering an applicant for any job. Most of the organizations offer MTO or graduate programs for fresh graduates, and the selection of these programs heavily relies on GPA. But even in those programs, GPA is not the only criterion to judge an applicant. Now, the question here arises that what GPA is then required or considered ideal for a job. As mentioned before, if you are aiming for multinationals or well-known organizations, MTO or graduate programs, then you need to show GPA above 3.5, and that too from a reputed institute ranked at top 3 in your field of study. But there are exceptions where these organizations may select an average person with GPA below 3.5 and a graduate of a B-ranked institute of his or her field of study, depending on the other factors apart from academics in which an applicant has proven his or her strength. As you move ahead in your career, your GPA will have lesser weightage in your selection. So I would conclude it like this. For fresh graduates who aim to join multinational or well-reputed organizations, MTO or graduate programs may need an excellent GPA, but don't worry if you have an average GPA. In that case, you may not be able to get into a multinational or well-reputed organization, but consider joining 100 other companies and start your professional career as early as possible. Because it is highly likely that after having 5 to 6 years of working experience, you may eventually switch to your desired organization. Remember, as you spend time working in the industry, your GPA has lesser weightage compared to your years of experience in the field. And finally, GPA will be out of the question when you reach at the senior or executive level in your career. Because in that time, all that matters would be your expertise and not your GPA in master's or bachelor's degree which you attained some 15 to 20 years ago. Having said that, you shouldn't go below the GPA requirement for a degree which in most cases is 2.5, and you shouldn't also be worried if your GPA is around 3 but below 3.5. Good luck.